Hello, my name is Justin, and I'm continuing my Yellowjackets rewatch. Today, we're going to be talking about the adult timeline for the pilot episode. Now, this episode starts with Jessica Roberts going around asking about the crash. I don't really have much to say about this. Yeah, she just goes to talk to Allie, the principal, one of the team's math teachers they had, and Randy. So now Shauna is at her house doing the unthinkable on her daughter's bed. She's looking at a picture of her daughter's boyfriend. And I said, well, thinking of Jackie, because this intercuts with her picking up Jackie, the teen timeline. After she's done doing, I don't even know like what went through her head to make her go, yeah, you know where's the best place to do this? My daughter's bed, where I can look up at her framed picture of her shirtless boyfriend. So when she's done with that, Shauna is doing some housewife stuff. She does some laundry, and then she goes shopping. But when she arrives home, she's checking her plants because rabbits are chewing on them, and Jessica Roberts arrives. Now, what I have to say about this is, why did Shauna let Jessica in? Like, she knew she wasn't going to give her any information. She wasn't going to tell her anything. So, I don't know. I mean, other than it just being shown for us to know that the team has been telling the same story since they arrived home. But I guess it just, to me, it doesn't really make sense for Shauna to let Jessica in if she knew she wasn't going to give her any information. And because, I mean, that's invasive to her personal space. So Natalie is at rehab, meditating, thinking of the pit girl scene. And I said this in the teen timeline video, but it's interesting that Natalie here is thinking of the pit girl scene because she was not the one in the pink raincoat to slice Mari's neck, as she switched places with Hannah. So I don't know, could this be why it doesn't parallel exactly to the actual scene at the end of season 3? Like, I understand, like, logistically, it was probably because they didn't know that this is where they were gonna be in the story at this point in time. But I'm just trying to make it make sense for us in a story purpose of why Natalie would be thinking of this scene. So I think what it could be is she and the others, I don't think they really remember much of the time out there, and if they do, it's kind of jumbled. So I'm wondering if Natalie is kind of making up what happened out there because she knows it happened, but she can't remember that at that time when that was actually going on, like, she was in pure trauma running for help, you know? Like, I guess it just doesn't make sense that Natalie would be thinking of that scene and it being so ritualistic, and if in reality Natalie was, like I said, in pure trauma running up a mountain to call for help from a dictator. So I guess I just don't understand, like, why Natalie would be thinking of that if either one, she wasn't there, and two, she wasn't even part of the cult stuff. So Natalie talks about having a purpose when she's in group, and she knows how to get it back, which in a sense makes sense as she was the driving force in getting them home. But she doesn't really do anything with that when she gets out. Like, I don't know, I guess I'm just curious, like, what her initial plan of regaining her purpose was, because I don't think she received the postcard in rehab. So I don't know, like, I don't really understand. Like, was her purpose to go find Travis? Like, or was her purpose to confront her trauma? Because, like, she gets wrapped up in the whole Travis thing, but what was her initial plan when she left rehab, you know? We then go back to Shauna, who is watching a game show. She gets the answer right, and it's like, come on, Shauna, like, do something fun like that. Like, I bet it, you know, it wouldn't lead to you, like, killing animals and people. if you actually did something besides sitting in your house masturbating to your daughter's boyfriend. But that's just my opinion. She sees Thaisa's ad and burns her clothes because she's ironing clothes. And then we go to Thaisa, who is taking pictures for Jersey Monthly. I'm guessing it's a magazine or a website or whatever. So in this scene, when Thaisa is taking pictures with her family for the magazine, I feel like we can see she's using the other as a mask when the photographer mentions her time in the wilderness. I feel like we can see Thaisa like harden, and she smiles, which I believe is the other, but I don't think it's paranormal. I think it's just like a shield that she's mentally made to protect herself, if that makes sense. So back at Shauna, she is cooking as Callie comes home. And this, this was probably the intention, but I definitely do feel like Shauna has this same relationship with Callie that she did with Jackie, but I don't think that's initially true. I guess just in the way that like Shauna keeps both of them at a distance, like I guess out of fear that they're gonna like abandon her. So she never really shows either of them who she really is, which is kind of like a crazy person, So Natalie is picked up from rehab while Shauna kills a rabbit. She is, I think, thinking of the night of her and Jeff, because that is playing back to back of her in the teen timeline cooking up with Jeff and her killing a rabbit. So it's like she's all wrapped up in this like crazy mental state, huh? Like she never really went back to who she was before the crash. Like I think who Shauna is in the adult timeline at the start is more of like a boxed in version, like trying to keep the tiger in the cage, which is interesting because that's what Natalie says. Shauna, after killing the rabbit and doing what she does, she takes Jessica's card and the card Jessica gave her, like her information card, and goes to her safe where she has a cell phone that we never see again, and she calls Thaisa. At the diner, Shauna is thinking about the plane when Thaisa comes and Shauna tells her about the reporter, and Shauna is mad that Thaisa is in the public eye. And I'm like, okay, Shauna, love the manipulation, saying they would all be fucked if someone went digging, and of course she blames Natalie. Like, from the very fucking start, like, this is like who Shauna is. Like, such a deflector, such a we all did this, like we're all fucked. Like, no, Shauna, you're fucked for staying. And why are you blaming Natalie? Like, well, Natalie might be the one talking. Natalie's the one that got you the fuck out of there, and you would do something if she did. So maybe it's more of a thing that like Shauna's waiting for Natalie to do something so she can like have a reason to go after her. I don't know. And then Shauna tells Thaisa, as long as no one does anything crazy, and then it's the catalyst for everything in the adult timeline. So we cut to Natalie, who is in her storage unit where she gets her car and her rifle. So like I said, like what was her plan? Like what is her plan? Does she like when she's picking up her shit, does she initially know that she's gonna go after Misty? Or was her plan to go after all of them, then got sidetracked by Travis? Like, I don't know. I guess I just don't really understand where Natalie was like, I know how to get my purpose back, and then she goes after Misty about the postcard. Like, am I tripping? Like, I feel like that's kind of like a plot hole in a way. Like, what was Natalie's plan when leaving rehab? Like, did she leave rehab and was like, I'm gonna go stalk down Misty for being a crazy bitch? I don't know. It was just something I noticed on a rewatch. Speaking of Misty, we meet adult Misty carrying a tray of food and checking on a patient. The patient is fucking with her, and Misty tells her that she's not someone to fuck with and refuses to give her her medication because if you want to play games, then you don't get your medication. So as Misty is leaving work, we see Natalie is following her. And so like I said, like what was Natalie's plan exactly? Like leaving, like did she get the postcard while in rehab? And was she like, I know how to get my purpose back because of this postcard. I'm gonna go after Misty. It's just unclear. But we end the episode with Shauna reading her diaries as in the teen timeline, the plane is crashing. So yeah, that was the adult timeline. Very much shorter than the teens, and a lot of, setting things up. If Shauna from the very start is manipulative, fucking deflecting, like going like Thaisa, like if they go digging, like we're all fucked. Like, no, Shauna, you're fucked. Stop blaming Natalie for everything, like Jesus Christ. And then when it's not Natalie, she blames Misty. So yeah, I love that Misty is shown to be the craziest in both timelines in the first season. And then we get to season 3 and she's like the most sane. Like I said, still confused about Natalie. Like, was she leaving rehab initially to go after Misty, or like what was her plan, So that's that with the pilot episode. Yeah, look out for episode 2. I'm really excited to get to season 2. Because I'll get it more into it, but because the bonus episode did not come out like initially promised, I feel like we either didn't learn something that was in that episode that is kind of like making things not really fit in with season 3, or I kind of also feel like in season, like I feel like a lot of like the cabin and the cabin guy and the symbol was really abandoned in season 3, and I feel like that's because the bonus episode didn't come out. So I'm really excited to talk more into that about season 2 when we get there. And yeah, I hope you have a great day, and goodbye.